Won't you come and get rest? Come to me, because I am the light of the world. Come to me, for I am the salt of the earth. Come to me, for I am Alpha and Omega. I am the beginning. I am the ending. I am the first. I am the last. I am that which was, that which is to come. Come unto me. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, come to me. If you're hungry, come to me. Come and dine. The Master's calling. Come and dine. You can feast at Jesus' table anytime. He who fed the multitude and turned the water into wine, he's saying to the hungry, come and dine. All through the Bible, Jesus is trying to draw people. He says you can't come unto the Father unless you come by me. I am the door. I am the gate. I am the way, the truth, and the light. I am. If you want to get in, you got to come to me. If you want to be saved, you got to come to me. Herein, in the book of Isaiah, it says, ho, to everyone that is athirst, come and buy. You can come and buy meat, milk, without money, without price. No food stamps are needed. It's free, honey. Come and get what you need. Come to the store provided by God and get all your needs supplied. Get everything that you need at the table. It's free. There's no charge. There's no credit needed. All you got to do is come. Here in the book of Isaiah in 55, as he begins to close it out, he's given an invitation for the people to come. Come to me. I am meek and lonely of heart. Come to me if you're burdened down, if you're tired, if you're going through hell and you feel like life has got you down. Won't you come to me? I can ease your pain. I can ease your burden. I can provide you a new life, a new walk, a new talk. I can give you a new attitude. Won't you come? Here in the book of Revelation, it is the closing of the church. It is before Jesus is about to come. It is before the closing out the history of mankind. It is the judgment of the earth. It is God pouring out his wrath for the rejection of Messiah. It is the book of the revelations of what destruction, hurt, and pain that is going to be brought on this world. It is the book that goes from Revelation 1 up to Revelation 22 that tells that God is going to destroy 1/3 of this, 1/3 of that, kill 80% of the population on earth because of sin. It is where God pours out his wrath. It is where God pours out his anger. It is where God pours out his frustration. And God is trying to let everybody know, but God, in his mercy, gives one last invitation. In Revelation 22 and 16, I have sent my angels to testify. And I'm trying to say, won't you come? You can come. This is the last invitation before the judgment of God. Won't you come? The funny thing about invitations is when you don't get one. Everybody else around you gets an invitation and you feel left out. We have a lady that we work with named Cindy Myers. She's of the Fagan Ranch towards Tyvola. And the Fagan family, I guess back in the day, was a rich family of cattle and things. But I found out that Cindy Myers was having a dinner. And everybody was telling me how great the dinner was. And I'm sitting there thinking how great of friends I am with Cindy Myers. Preached at a church 3, 4, 5 times. Been to her house. but I didn't get an invitation. I didn't get an invitation. Oh, they were telling me she was serving all this fancy name stuff. And I thought about why didn't I get an invitation? Why didn't I even know she was having a dinner at her house? I felt left out. I felt excluded because I didn't get the invitation. And then when she talked to me, I kind of played it off. Pastor Green, I'm cooking dinner at my house. And I wanted to send you and your wife an invitation. What day? Well, I'm having it on this day. I said, I'm out of town. She said, oh, that's too bad. And I was sending you your invitation. I felt good to get asked, though I won't be here, because everybody likes to be invited places. And we feel excluded when we're left out. But here is an invitation that God is giving to you. You don't have to be rich to get this invitation. You don't have to be in the elite of society. You don't have to have a lot of money in your bank account. You don't have to drive a fancy car. You don't have to dress up in fancy clothes. It is an invitation that to whosoever will, let him come. Jesus is saying here at the close of the book of the Revelations, if you are thirsty, won't you come? If you are hungry, won't you come? This is the last call, we used to say, for alcohol. It's the last call. It's the last invitation. Let him that is thirsty come and drink of the waters of life freely. You got an invitation. Oh, it don't matter if you're black or white, yellow or brown, or grizzly gray or monkey tan. You've got an invitation to show up at the dinner table of the Lord. Won't you come, child of God? If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, my invitation's to you. If you're tired of going through hell and all the problems you face, my invitation is to you. Are you broke, busted, and disgusted? My invitation's to you. Oh, do you feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders? Then my invitation to you. Do you got problems in the home, problems on the job, problems with this and problems with that? Oh, then my invitation is to whosoever will. Won't you come? Won't you come? I'm inviting the sick. I'm inviting the lame. I'm inviting the crippled, the blind, and the halt. I'm inviting the liar, the backbiter. I'm inviting the conniver. I'm inviting the adulterer. I'm inviting the fornicator. I'm inviting the thief and the robber. Won't you come? There is no qualification. You just got to show up, honey, and you can get fed at the master's table. Whosoever will, won't you come? Won't you come? Won't you come? I seen the tears you've been shedding that night. I heard your cry in the midnight hour. My invitation is just for you. Won't you come? Whosoever will, let him drink of the water of life freely. This is the last invitation, y'all. Before judgment comes to this world, this is the last time you got a chance to get your life right. And let's go home. This is the last time. Oh, have you seen the last gas station on the highway? It says the last stop for the next 100 miles. The last stop, the last pit stop, the last rest stop, the last gas station, the last restaurant. This is the last before you get to your final destination. I want you to know this morning, before Jesus comes, he's giving one last call, one last knock, one last hello, one last phone call, one last email, one last. Will you hear God's call? Will you hear God's cry? Will you answer the phone? Will you open up the door? Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man will hear my voice and open up the door, I will come in and sup with him and sup with me. Behold, one last call. Behold, one last call. Get right, church, and let's go home. Get right, church, and let's go home. One last call. I'm trying to tell you, one last opportunity. One last. Get right. Because time is running out on the church. Time is running out on the church. But I'm giving one last invitation. If you haven't received yours yet, I'm doing a public service announcement. I'm going to Channel 5, 25. I'm going to NBC, CBS. I'm going to ESPN. I'm going to 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to the sports channel. I'm going to tell them one last call, y'all. One last call. There's a call for you. There's an invitation for you. There is one last invitation for you to get your life right. There's one last invitation for you to straighten out your situation, straighten out your condition, straighten out your circumstances. One last call, church. Oh, neighbor, have you received your invitation? Have you received it through the mail? Have you received it by the phone? Did it come collect? Did it come special delivery? I want you to know that if you feel you haven't received your call, I'm standing for God and I'm calling out right now. I don't need no cell phone to make this invitation. I don't need UPS or FedEx to deliver this mail. But God has written it in the best-selling book of all time that whosoever will, you got a chance to come on in. Won't you come, church? Won't you come? I hear you complaining about your circumstances. I hear you complaining about your situations. Well, I can fix it if you just come unto me. All ye that labor and heavy laden, I will give you rest. Take my yoke and learn of me, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Are you hungry? Are you thirsty? You don't have no money? Come and dine at the master's table, because it's free. It's an open buffet. It's all you can eat. You don't need no money. I've been to those stores where they got all you can eat for $5.95. I seen them put people out because they were eating so much. But God's got a table spread with splendor. God's got a table to satisfy your need. This is your invitation. Won't you come? Won't you come? Won't you come?
All right.
Last call, church. Last call, church. Last call, church. Last call, church. Are you in a situation you can't?